Ranking every Insomniac Spider-Man villain, let's do it. In last place, I have Vulture. This guy does nothing, and then he dies, and that's Vulture. Up next is Scorpion. Of like these little D tier background villains, oh crap, I totally forgot Shocker. Never mind, up next is Shocker. This guy is the most forgettable villain in the whole entire franchise because he's there for like one quick little moment, and then he never really pops up again. He's not even invited to the Sinister Six. That's a little embarrassing. Me personally, I wouldn't take that. That's just me though. Up next is Scorpion. He doesn't really contribute as much as all of the villains above him, but he does get a little more screen time. He has a moment or two, literally like probably a minute of screen time in Spider-Man 2, so at least he's there. At least he pops up there. And in general, I just think that his powers, his like suit, is it even powers? Do we even know that? His powers, his suit, whatever you want to call it, they are more interesting than Vulture. Up next, I have Rhino. Rhino is definitely in these games the most of the little D tier villains. Of course, he's in Spider-Man 1. Not that much, but he gets some more screen time in Spider-Man 2. He gets the red Rhino suit. Hell yeah. He gets that scene in the beginning of the game, which is pretty cool, which is a good sequence. It's the best sequence that any of these characters, these background characters get. So I like Rhino more than them jabronis. Up next is where I'd say the villains start to get like good, quote unquote. This is in the spectrum of good, and that's Sandman. Sandman, first of all, an amazing intro. No one's gonna debate that. No one's gonna argue that. The intro to Spider-Man 2 with Sandman is phenomenal. It's so good. But then also they keep Sandman woven throughout the game with the little Sandman stashes. I really appreciate that. It gives you this feeling that Insomniac isn't just using him as this opening level spectacle, and that they actually care about him as a character because they develop him throughout the game, getting these crystals, and then the payoff of that is solid. Up next is the Tinkerer. She is not as good as a lot of the other main villains in Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 2, but she gets some good development in the Miles Morales game. She's not amazing or anything like that, but she's a solid character. The performance is really good, and I love her relationship with Miles. Kinda wish we felt her presence, her legacy a little more in Spider-Man 2. I wish Miles brought it up a little bit more, but that's just me. Up next, I have Mr. Negative. This guy, you call me Mr. Negative because in the first game, I didn't like him that much. I'll admit it, I didn't like him that much. But then in Spider-Man 2, they make this guy so much better. I made a whole analysis update of him on my other channel, so check that out if you want. He's not a bad character. I really like how they use him to complement Miles' story and vice versa in Spider-Man 2. I'm really glad they brought him back because I think they made him so much better. In third place though, I have Mr. Craven. The guy wants an equal, okay? And I can't blame him. I want an equal, you want an equal. That's just life, dude. Except this guy's trying to kill himself on the path to do it. So I don't know if I'm down for that. A cool character. I wish he was in the game a little more, but I like his motive. I like his character, the performance and everything like that. And he has some really cool scenes in the second half too. Hell yeah. In second place though, I have Venom. This guy is pretty damn epic. One of my favorite iterations of the character I've seen. The design of him is perfect. I think this is the best Venom design I've ever seen. And of course, Tony Todd, freaking huge giant W. He has some great scenes too, and I love how he attacks Peter both physically and emotionally, you know? It's sad vibes fighting this guy for Peter. But he's in second because of the big dog, and that's Doc Ock. Doc Ock, I think, is a little more interesting as a character than Venom. Both of them are these characters that start off as like our friends and then slowly transition to being evil. I think it's pulled off ever so slightly better with Doc Ock, and I love how this motive is really unique and interesting in this game. It's really nothing like anything we've seen before with Doc Ock. I also give him a few more points over Venom because I think Venom's kind of like a similar villain as far as my best buddy's sick. Uh-oh, this thing's gonna help him. It's gonna stop him from being sick, but also make him evil. Oh no, he's evil! Who saw that coming? Doc Ock pulls it off a little bit better. That's the list. What villains from the Spider-Man Insomniac universe are your favorite? Thanks for watching a video every single day. Subscribe, trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. Over here, somewhere. Button's over here.